Welcome to this holy instant now. An instant to stop and remember. Remember who and what you truly are, beyond the matrix of fear, lack, and limitation. All that seems to limit you in this world is only an illusion that demands your continued belief and attention in order to have any power over you. Now is your opportunity to let go of whatever stands in the way of your complete awareness of your true and original self. Sit back with your spine upright. Get comfortable and take a deep, slow breath. And as you exhale, release both past and future. Release both memory and imagination, and become fully present in the now. And let's begin. The contemplation with which we begin today's practice is this. What is the ego? The ego is your dream character self and its world, an illusory and fear-based self-identity that arises from the belief in separation from God. It is a self-concept rooted in judgment, guilt, and the pursuit of illusory desires in order to complete itself. The ego is the root and foundation of conflict, suffering, and the illusory self-concept that keeps us from experiencing the love and unity that is our essential nature. The ego is the sign of limited and separated consciousness, born in a body, doomed to suffer and to end its life in death. It is the will that sees the will of God as enemy and takes a form in which it is denied. The ego is the so-called proof that true strength is weak and love is fearful. Life is really death, and what opposes God alone is true. The ego is insane. In fear, it stands beyond the everywhere, apart from all, and in separation from the infinite. In its insanity, it thinks it has become a victor over God Himself, and in its terrible autonomy, it thinks it sees the will of God has been destroyed. It dreams of the subsequent punishment and trembles at the figures in its dreams, its so-called enemies, who seek to murder it before it can ensure its safety by destroying them. The child of God is egoless. What can he know of madness and the death of God when he abides in the infinite Creator? What can he know of sorrow and of suffering when he lives in eternal joy? What can he know of fear and of punishment, of sin and guilt, of hatred and attack, when all there is surrounding him is everlasting peace, forever conflict-free and undisturbed? To know reality is to not partake in the ego and its thoughts, its works, its acts, its laws and its beliefs, its dreams, its hopes, its plans for its salvation, and the cost belief in it entails. By recognizing the ego's illusory nature, forgiving its judgments, and returning to the awareness of our true nature as extensions of God's love and oneness, we lose our interest in the ego and rediscover our true self. And now, take a slow, full, and deep breath in. And as you let it go, open your mind to the contemplation. What is the ego? Allow your mind to relate the ideas you learned to your daily decisions, your goals, your interactions, and the way that you perceive yourself and the world. Take the next minute or so to contemplate this now. And now, take one more deep, slow, and full breath in. And as you exhale slowly, let your mind and body relax. And open your awareness to the idea with which we practice today. Forgiveness ends the dream of conflict here. Conflict must be resolved. It cannot be evaded, set aside, denied, disguised, seen somewhere else, called by another name, nor hidden by deceit of any kind, if it would be escaped. It must be seen exactly as it is, where it is thought to be, in the reality which it has been given, and with the purpose that the mind accorded it. Only then are its defenses lifted, and the truth can shine upon it as it disappears. Infinite Creator, forgiveness is the light you chose to shine away all conflict and all doubt, and light the way for our return to you. No light but this can end our painful dreams. No light but this can save the world. For this alone will never fail in anything, being your gift to your beloved One. Again and again, we are brought home to forgiveness. In this dream, forgiveness is the universal panacea. Forgiveness is not the acknowledgement of something wrong and the overcoming it with something holy. Forgiveness is the recognition that nothing could ever be wrong. It is the acknowledgement of God's universal will and the denial of any other seeming power. Forgiveness liberates our mind from the state of conflict, which is the result of believing in multiple powers. It is the idea that there is something out there that is against us, something that truly deserves to be engaged with conflict, with attack, with defense, with judgment. All this is mind play. All this is simply a puppet show within the mind, the one mind that is yours. You play the villain, you play the savior, you play the victim. Forgiveness recognizes this as all my doing. This is what we call perception. It is projected from the inner to the outer, and then seen and witnessed in the world. In the light of forgiveness, all this dissolves, not in fear, not with resistance, but with laughter. We realize the undivided one, the indivisible holiness that we are, has been putting on a show. And we forgive ourselves for the pain that resulted from our choices. And we embrace ourselves as we are, in spirit and in truth. Take one more deep, slow, and full breath in, breathing in all of the energy and frequency of your practice, integrating it into your thought system and perception now. And as you exhale slowly, relax and release and allow the integration to take place. And remember to bring this feeling and this awareness with you into the rest of your day. Forgiveness ends the dream of conflict here. Conflict must be resolved. It cannot be evaded, set aside, denied, disguised, seen somewhere else, called by another name, nor hidden by deceit of any kind if it would be escaped. It must be seen exactly as it is, where it is thought to be, in the reality which it has been given, and with the purpose that the mind accorded it. Only then are its defenses lifted, and the truth can shine upon it as it disappears. Thank you for investing your time and energy into your awakening and the awakening of the world. If you enjoyed this meditation and want to take your awakening journey deeper, join the Beyond the Matrix membership for additional content, community live streams, guided group meditations, and opportunities for one-on-one conversations. Click the join button at the top of this channel to learn more. May you be at peace and know your true self.